Welcome to the Fix Your Problems podcast. We're here. We're live.
Welcome back, guys.
We just got taxed by our own government. New, beautiful tax.
Thank you, government.
Thank you.
On how many kilometers we drive.
Yeah, and apparently I drive more than Hjalti, so I paid about like $110 extra.
Yeah, and I paid, I think it was in total like $60.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. That's
50, $60. So great. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Well, but we should be so happy because apparently we're spending less on gas because that's the immediate cost we see.
Yeah.
And so that should keep us happy. Yippee. Fucking hate these motherfuckers. And also, if you drive a hybrid car, you pay both the electric car kilometer thing and the gas kilometer thing. So you're paying double almost.
Jesus. So a Prius.
Thank you, government. And they're upping our taxes soon. Thank you. Thank you. Woo.
So that's the Icelandic government part of the episode.
Welcome back, guys. It's Hjalti here.
So, Hjalti, you got a little Bible quote for us?
I do. And so it's Romans 8, verse 11. And if the spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies because of his spirit who lives in you. This quote or this Bible verse basically means that the same power that was in Jesus that raised him from the dead is also living in you.
Nice.
In the sense that we are God's greatest creation and we need to go out there and be living like we are his greatest creation, utilizing every single day for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of the others around you. You know what I'm saying?
That's nice, man. You got to live positive every day.
You got to live positive. When you put positive things away from you, positive things come back to you.
I woke up yesterday like not positive. Like just, I don't know. I slept really good yesterday, but I woke up a lot of like life stress going on, and I just, you know, sometimes you wake up and you just stew in your shit, and that's not good, you know. And then I worked on the house apartment that we're building, and
For you and your wife and kids.
yes, and it was, we got so. Actually, we can talk about that now. I will be having kids this year.
Yeah, been holding it in for so long. Woo! We're having twins.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be having twins this year with my lovely girlfriend. I call her my wife because she'll be my wife one day. Yeah, and like it's funny. Like I post clips of me like my wife and blah blah blah, and like her family members like wife.
Damn, her family members see that shit?
Yeah.
I haven't yet had any family members ask me about clips or anything.
Yeah. Oh, it's really funny. Like at work now, like literally the last time I showed up to work, 3 coworkers were like, "So you got a podcast now?"
Well, this would be your 3rd podcast?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Well, one of the guys that like he's a big fan and he's been listening to. At least he's been watching all the clips.
All right.
And he's a big fan of the Trump voice. He likes the Trump voice.
The people love the Trump voice.
And let's just say my female coworkers don't like the Trump voice.
Of course they don't.
But, there's no problems yet or anything. But I have not been posting as much. I felt a little insecure and like maybe I don't want to post all the conspiracy shit.
Our journey is higher and greater than anything else around us, Frikki.
That's true, man. I say this every time we do these Bible quotes, and I really like them, and I want to keep going with Hjalti. And Hjalti is much more of a Jesus man.
I'm a little Jesus freak.
Yeah, I like praying. I believe there's something up there. There's something created us. I don't know if it's I don't know if Jesus and there's a heaven and stuff, afterlife. It seems I like more of the David Icke way of maybe this is a simulation and we're being kept here. I don't know, but there is some sort of higher power. We all go to a place when we're dead here. This is just a vessel, And now I'll be raising twins. We think it's girls. We think we don't know. We don't get to know until
2 little baby girls.
Yeah,
That'd be cute, bro.
I do want a son one day. Maybe after this or something. But if it turns out to be girls, I'm gonna be so happy anyway. I'm not
right. Oh, that poor kid though. If he's gonna be the younger brother of 2 grown older twin sisters, he gonna get beat up, bro. He gonna get fucking.
He's gonna
bullied.
be like I don't know. Shane Gillis, the comedian, right?
Yeah.
So he has I think 3 older sisters.
Fuck.
And they're all basketball athletes.
Oh fuck.
So
poor guy.
All his life was like one thing he did get though was he got to be around a lot of their friends, all their girlfriends. So that was a fun part of his childhood. But he always talks about like, fuck, you don't want to have older sisters, bro.
No. I'm glad I had a younger sister, not an older one. Because, no, I just heard bad shit. That's that.
Yeah, like,
but,
Hjalti's got an awesome sister. Like, they're almost like twins. When I was younger, when I met Hjalti, I thought they were twins.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
mean,
same
technically, in Denmark, we'd be called like half twins in the sense that we're
Really?
born in this like same year and a half span.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she's just 1.5 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
And in Denmark, they call that like half twins. I don't know exactly what the name thing is, but when we were younger, we basically looked the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a picture of us next to each other, and it was like,
That's
you would
cute as
think
hell.
we were twins.
Like, it was, so we just went to like the 12th week checkup, and that's,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like that everywhere, but in Iceland, that's like when it's pretty safe, and like it's most likely there's not going to be a lot of problems. Of course, just hope to God that nothing bad happens.
We pray, we pray, we pray.
And we did. So like this is an interesting thing. Like, so I'm gonna Google here Iceland Down syndrome percent, because a lot of people in other countries often are like, oh my God, Iceland is so bad because they've eradicated Down syndrome.
Yeah, we used to kill him.
So not exactly. Yeah.
No.
So what happens in Iceland is on the 12th week you do a test. It's called a
Retard test. Kidding.
So we do the retard test. No. It's called in plain English. It's called. They test the thickness of the neck.
Okay.
And I mean, a lot of people will be like, "You're making fun of them," but if you have Down syndrome, you have a very thick neck. That's just what it is. And I thought that was like I didn't understand that's directly correlated to the chromosomes. Okay, so I'm not a scientist, but that's basically how it's been explained to me. Like, so they tested my babies to see if they had any abnormal like weird stuff, and usually they can tell right away if the neck is like twice as thick as it should be. Then most likely you'll either have MS, you might Down syndrome. There's a lot of things that could happen, but my babies were perfectly healthy.
Yeah.
The heartbeat were good.
Awesome.
And like one of them is a little smaller than the other one, which is pretty regular for twins, but that might mean like one of them might eat each other. Like that still might mean that.
Okay. So
But-
we'll still see. At the moment, it's still twins, but who knows? Okay.
God, I hope it turns out to just be two beautiful little angels, and
That's the only thing you can ask for. 2 healthy babies.
yeah, that's something that my parents and her parents have been saying a lot. Like whenever I'm stressing about something, or like they just say you just want to hope they come out healthy. That's all that matters,
right?
So that's and we told everyone around Christmas, and my wife was just didn't want to be talking about it publicly yet, and but now she feels safe. She's gonna post it on Facebook maybe next week or something. And I'm very excited for that because I want to, you want to receive all the love from your family.
Yeah.
And I've been getting a ton of love, and it's been interesting to see. Like, I've gotten so close to her brother now. He has a kid, like a 1-year-old. So like he's also fresh in this, and like and now like my oldest brother, he's 36. He's one son. So like, I mean, what a pussy. He only's got one kid.
At 36, you had time to pump them out, brother.
Just fucking. And that's one thing. Like me and my girlfriend talked a lot about it. Like, we don't want to have an only child.
Yeah.
So I mean, we fixed that.
If they come out too, we're definitely not going to be an only child.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like we planned on like, okay, maybe if we have a kid, we're gonna have another kid in a few years. But now we're definitely not gonna have for a while.
Yeah, give yourself time with those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like maybe we'll just have these 2 kids. If so, we're just lucky. If we're lucky to, in this life, we're lucky to have kids at all.
We're rich.
Yeah, especially like all these people that are like, yeah, you just freeze your sperm and just think about it later. Like, that just sounds so demonic to me, man.
Yeah. No, hell no, man.
Unless you like can't. I pray to those people that
Can't have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be horrible.
Yeah, that must be yeah. But I mean, they have like new ways like IVF and stuff like that has gotten better. But I mean, There's a lot of infertility these days, especially just with both genders. Who knows if it's all from COVID or if it's also just all the plastic and all the horrible shit we're putting into our bodies every single day.
And like,
do saunas, guys, to help you remove plastic and a bunch of shit out of your body.
Talking about that, like Hjalti has been. I want to ask Hjalti about his morning routine very soon.
Mm-hmm.
But have you seen like, because you go to saunas a lot, you should consider doing like the heavy metal binders that you can take that like binds all your shit, and then when you take a sauna, it flushes out.
Yeah, it helps bind all that stuff and take them out. Yeah, I've seen some stuff about that. Yeah, I saw that. What's his name? Brian Johnson. Is that the millionaire guy? He did that for a week. I think he either did them every day or 4 times throughout that week. But I've heard like if you do it at least 4 times and up a week and 20 to 30 minute sessions, it removes, like, I'm not joking, I think plastic was at 68%.
Oh,
like it takes 68% of it out of your body, and like a bunch of other shit. It flushes us out. But I've heard about this, taking these things that bind them together so it's easier to flush out. I've heard about that. But I do a mix of red light sauna and dry sauna. There's not as much research on the red light sauna.
Yeah.
It's a deeper sort of sweat you get out of that though, because
it feels hotter, like
you sweat differently, and you feel like the warmth like takes over your whole body in a different way because of the red light. It penetrates the skin and your body in like a different way. With the dry sauna, it's just pure agony for 20 minutes to 30 minutes. You know, you're just fucking sitting in there, just.
Do you go to like the swimming pools in Iceland much, or are you just going to that big spa?
I haven't gone to the swimming pools too much. I'm usually just going to the spa. I like the spa because, one, it's in my town. It's really fucking nice. And 2, when I go around the time that I can, is like early mornings. There's like nobody there.
Yeah, that's what we want.
And it's real high class, real fancy. And they bring me water. They know my name there. They're like, I like it. I like it a lot.
One thing I've always, at least from the last like 5 years talking with Hjalti, he does try to get the finer things in life if he can, which is a great thing. And we're not made of money here. We're both working guys.
Yeah.
But you choose a lot of the luxury stuff if you can.
If I can, I will. And especially now since, I've stopped smoking weed, I'm saving up a lot of money, so I feel like I can.
Yeah.
I mean, this spa, it's fucking expensive for the month. Like, if people in America know what Equinox is, it's even more expensive than a fucking Equinox subscription. So Equinox is like, I think, if you get the company discount, because if you have a LLM, LLC, I would recommend doing that. You don't have to pay for the initiation fee and stuff like that, and it's like I think $180 to $200. This is about $280 a month.
Damn, yeah.
So it is more expensive, but it's like you feel so fancy and you feel so nice. You're so relaxed. You go into this place. It's all Versace everywhere. The place I go to, Hotel Kiev Spa, for anyone thinking. It is so nice, and it's so opulent.
Maybe we won't be able to do that, but it'd be cool if we can like do some sort of sponsor with them. Maybe like record a little podcast at the spa.
Maybe we could actually. One of the guys there, Jonathan, shout out. I don't think he's ever gonna watch this, but he's a real cool guy. He's there. I think he's like their like full on manager there, and every single morning we have a little conversation, me and him.
That's nice.
That's really nice. I like him a lot. He's cool.
Even like you have to don't drink. But like you're supposed to get like free drinks there.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Hjalti's been talking about this like behind the podcast, like these fucking Icelandic people that get gift cards over Christmas come in here, they're drunk as hell. They're putting water where they're not supposed to.
I mean, when you're in a fancy place, you act a certain way. You know what I mean? Like you move a little bit differently. You don't go into the showers and then you just put water over the whole dressing room. This isn't a regular swimming pool.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them are complaining because the bathrobes are too small, and I'm like, you're just too fucking fat. And it's like I don't know. It's when you go to a fancy place, you expect people to act a certain way. Maybe that was just the way I was raised, but like I don't know. Like one time it really messed with me because these 4 ladies came into the sauna and they were just complaining about everything, and then because everything there is everything Versace. Like the guy that owns the place, he's really like all about Versace, and so everything there is. And they were like, "What is this? Like Trump Tower? Ha ha ha! Ha. Melania sponsored? Ha ha!" And I was just like, "I'm gonna fucking beat you, motherfucker!" I got real angry. I was like, "Oh,
this is a pretty common thing." Whenever I've eaten there at it's like is it a 5-star hotel? Is it like a 2, 3?
I think it's at least 4-star.
It's like I think it's the in our small town, in like the airport town of Iceland, we have this beautiful hotel. It's like it's got gold everywhere, and the owner has specifically like he wants that. He wants to have it as fancy as possible. Maybe that's not financially the greatest, whatever. And the thing is, if you go there and you eat food and shit, you will be around a lot of the worst Icelandic women. In my opinion, they're just complaining about everything imaginable in life. Hjalti's experienced that a lot.
Yep. That's just how it is. I mean, I really like that place. But yeah, I mean, I think being from like a small kind of country-ish town but still it has quite a lot of money here because of fishing and other industries.
Yeah.
Like you can actually like make pretty good money, but it's also like a little bit of a gossip town because of the
course.
airport. Like
Yeah.
every single aunt works at the airport. So gossip, they all talk to each other. So the town has just turned into a big gossip like place. And then when you go to this place, yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of people gossiping about this or that, and it's just like there's so much better things to talk about than just gossip. And in the Bible, it talks about gossip being like horrible. Gossip is no good in the Bible. Bible talks about it as it's black magic. It's no good.
And like this is a conversation I overheard when I was shopping, for food yesterday, and I was just walking out of the store, and these like three, middle-aged ladies were. This was the conversation they were having. Oh, she's working at the airport now. No. She got fired. Yeah, she did. Now she's working over here. But you didn't hear it from me. That was about the entirety I've heard.
Yeah,
it just seems shitty.
It is so shitty. And I mean, I think there's also a big reason why a lot of people in our town don't want to like step outside the box. It's because of all this gossip shit. Like they know they're gonna like friends or family or anyone is gonna be like, why are you doing that? Why are you stepping outside the box?
Facts.
You're gonna get talked about. Why do you do that? And it's like, fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
The world's way bigger than that.
I mean, this is a thing that me and my girlfriend are talking about a lot now, because we're going to be having 2 kids in preschool in about like August next year, probably. Which is quick. So I'm not very excited to put my kids into like daycare and preschool and all that shit.
We're not gonna put them right away into it.
No. But at 1 year old, they're probably going to preschool. That's kind of what they do. So I'm just gonna let my wife handle that stuff. I believe like the woman in the marriage should like. You are the primary caretaker. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do everything possibly I can, but at the end of the
especially if
day,
it's 2 girls.
Yeah, it's the mom. And like, I'm reading a book here. I'm going to mention this. It's called The Montessori Baby. And there's 2 books that people probably know. So it's The Montessori Baby and The Montessori Toddler. I'm doing the baby one now because it's from when the woman gets pregnant to when the baby is about 1 year old.
Okay.
And the Montessori method is just something I've learned about now, but apparently like it's huge. People, and this is taught in preschools as well. It's basically like the practice of allowing your baby to listen to your baby more and see what it wants to do, instead of being an overbearing parent and like that sort of stuff. I'm only just started reading this, and this is something I talked to my mom about. She's like studied in teaching, what's it called, disabled people, and she had to learn about this when she did her master's knowledge. When she did her what do you call it, like whatever master's. And there's so many like methods with like child rearing that are like, some of them are fucking weird. Like Carl Jung stuff. What's his name? Anyway, the Montessori Baby thing is, this excites me, to learn about as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I'm the dad. I'm not the mom. And even in this book, it's like we recommend that the woman is the primary caretaker because it's just nature. You know what I'm saying? So,
are you gonna teach them chess though?
I should, and like I'm not a good chess player whatsoever. So
I would definitely teach them chess, because I remember reading this article about these 2 parents who were both teachers, and they were trying to like min-max the baby. They were like, how do you fully make kids smart? And they taught all of their girls chess, and they became insanely fucking smart.
I
So
mean,
there's definitely a correlation between chess from a young age to being smart later, like the critical thinking that comes out of it, the planning, everything like that, thinking ahead of time. I would teach them chess, even though you're not maybe good at it. You're still gonna beat a 3-year-old. Come on now, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and it's fine. Like learning to lose as well and not be a sore loser is also very good.
That's true. And like
I would teach them chess.
I'm a boxer, and I've always just looked forward to whenever I have children, I will
Beat them up.
Nah. Or beat their ass. No, I'm gonna teach them how to box.
Yeah.
And like and honestly, I grew up with 2 older brothers, and then when I was about 12, my mom and dad split up, and then I got 2 younger sisters, and one of them was literally 1 years old, and the other one was about 5, 7 or something.
6, 7?
6, 7, something like that. And to me, that was like, if that didn't happen in my life, it did. If I wasn't around like little girls, I would have been a lot different. And I really appreciate that I got to grow up with little sisters, because I loved it. They were super demanding. They were. I didn't at first. I didn't like them. I was like, damn, I gotta change diapers and I gotta deal with this shit. But then they're just. I love them so much. So I think if I get 2 girls, I'm gonna be a very happy dad, and I will teach them how to box. And I have to teach them how to play chess. You're right, Hjalti. I didn't even think about it.
There is something about chess and your IQ and your smartness that just clicks together perfectly. I'm definitely in the future going to teach my kids chess. I learned chess from a young age. Like chess is really good and really smart for you to learn.
I remember like when we started in elementary school, there was always about 2 or 3 chess tables, like these big, nice wood tables that were made by some amazing craftsmen. And we would, at least I didn't really know much how to play chess until maybe the 7th grade or something. And that's when William, one of my friends, he, learned it from his dad from day one, and he was just like a chess champion or whatever compared to me. And I felt so stupid when I played chess with him. I just felt so fucking stupid. And I would usually just resort to like, I don't even care about this game. But honestly, like I should have just learned that game and not like given up and shit. So I should definitely teach my children.
Chess is good. It makes you start, thinking ahead of time, especially when you get good at it and you're able to think like 8 moves ahead and you kind of know what your opponent is doing.
Yeah.
That's some really good critical thinking to teach your child.
And like now, because now we're talking about this, and I'm probably not gonna have my guys make a lot of clips from this just yet. We're gonna release this episode and talk about it, of course, but eventually I'm very excited to like be able to make some content about me having kids and everything that comes with it.
But how do you feel about posting your kids?
See, that's one of the things I was gonna mention. Like I bet I want to post like some like funny memes, like that Linkin Park song, like I wanna feel.
Yeah.
I want to post that like with my like kid holding my hand or something, but then I'm not showing the face.
Good.
I really don't want to show. Once they're like, like 10 or whatever, they're teens, whatever. I'm sure I might show them on the story and shit, and I'm gonna lock my Facebook. That's one of those things. Like I'm gonna private a lot of things, but on like our TikTok and everything for the podcast, I don't think I'm ever gonna like show. And if I do show videos of me with the kids, I'm just gonna do my best to blur everything so like you can't see them.
Good, because that's my stance on it too. With AI these days, I would not be posting your kids because people be making kid porn out of your kids.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, I know my my girlfriend is gonna be posting on her Facebook and everything, but that's all private, so I could just hope for the best, and at least I know I don't have a girlfriend that's one of these moms that's gonna be making their entire like they're gonna launch a content career with about their kids. I really don't. I've
seen a couple of those.
And I mean, if in 5 years my wife has like some sort of business online that also shows a lot of mom content, that's cool. I mean that fits right into what we do. So I couldn't judge her for that.
No,
but I would try our best to like if we're showing our kids, try to not show the face.
Yeah,
we can show their hands doing stuff and honestly,
talk about mom stuff. Like you don't need to show the kids to talk about mom stuff or relatable stuff about that.
And the mom content that I've always been like, wow, this is really good, is exactly that. Like she doesn't show her kids much, but when she does, you might see like their feet running or you might see their hands doing something. I don't think that's so bad, but
That's fine. Yeah. No, my greatest fear is that, one day I'll get to send a video that's like an AI video of some dude fucking my kid or something, or like some weird kid porn
I mean,
stuff.
it's I will agree with like a lot of people that to be like that's an insane thing to think about. That'll never happen, but it might.
It absolutely might. I just don't take the chance on it. You don't have to post your kids online. I
No, you
don't.
don't have to, man.
There's so many baby photos online. If you want to see babies, just fucking Google babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to be posting your kid too much.
And we're I mean, you have to be very aware of a lot of conspiracy theories, but they're not theories. Like let's take one thing.
Adrenochrome.
No, I mean, no. There's one thing like that's a big thing that's been coming more out this year or last few years. So in America, when a child disappears, you have the Amber Alert. So the Amber Alert is a system that's currently still, or like, do you know DeSantis?
Yeah, Ron DeSantis.
Like, no. Anyway, I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but a lot of the institutions that are supposed to protect kids in the United States, and I would say also in every other country, a lot of them are filled with pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a thing. It's not really debatable anymore.
No.
And even in Iceland, we have a ton of cases where child protective services, there are people that should definitely not be around kids in those institutions.
Mm-hmm.
And like just one little story that I'm not going to mention names, obviously. Here, I think in Keflavik, or maybe it was the one for the capital in Iceland. There was a person really high at the top that was, supposed to be protecting the kids, and so whenever there was a abuse problem, child protective services are called. This person, later came out. She beat up her husband, like pretty regularly for a lot of years, and then they obviously broke up. So a person that is supposed to like be protecting kids and everything is at home, like doing this type of stuff.
Yeah. No, not the right people are around this. No. We just see it too often for it to not be like an obvious fucking weird pattern that people that want to work around kids are fucking weirdos most of the time.
I mean,
one thing that I do respect are like the police officers that work on like child abuse cases, because they have to watch horrible fucking videos. And I respect that they actually, like, I think in Iceland there are only 2 people in this job. And they both quote unquote love the job because they feel like they both have kids and they feel like they're saving other kids and they're actually helping out. And they feel like a drive to do that, but you have to watch actual like kids getting raped and shit. Like, that's fucking horrible.
Like that exactly. Like, so it's a very weird thing that like you might not know this. You ever heard of CSAM?
CSAM?
CSAM.
No.
So CSAM stands for Child Sexual Abuse Material, which is
okay.
What you're talking about.
Yeah.
When I worked for TikTok in Portugal, this was like their number one, like, oh shit, because so you show up to the job, and the job was basically if you would get complaints from Iceland or any other market, like people would report this video for like, he's posting videos of me, I don't want it up there. That's pretty easy to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like over the 2 years I worked there, most of the stuff that I thought was people bullying each other mostly.
Yeah.
So people are like posting videos of another girl being like, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
But the whole time they were always having us take seminars and lectures about like, what if you see CSAM? What do you do? And blah, 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 blah. It never happened to me, fortunately, but I know of, I spoke to one person, and it was a very like deep talk. Like we went out drinking like happens a lot, like on Fridays or something, we would go out like for some beers, and I always was like wondering, like, is there anyone getting CSAM? Does anyone like see any of this stuff? And one person was like, yeah. So she had like, I would get maybe a few hundred cases a week where I would have to look at videos and blah, blah, blah. Not a lot of hours that I had to work. She would get up to like 20, 30,000. So she would have to go through that many videos every week.
Yeah.
So she would like show up to work and just be doing that all day while I would work maybe 2 hours or something.
Okay. And she would see these videos?
She told me at least about a particular video that was, it was of like a baby being changed, and like skip this part if you don't want to hear it. Like it was being a baby being changed, and a guy was just just playing with the parts as he wanted.
Oh my god!
And that was just like on TikTok, and like she even said like, dude, it had like 30,000 views. Like
I don't even want to know the fucking comments on that shit. Dude. Oh my fucking god, that disturbs me.
And I know like this was a bigger deal on YouTube for years. Like this would go unnoticed for YouTube for so long, like stuff like this. And even like I don't remember exactly what it was called, like Drama Gate or whatever. But at a certain year, there was a ton of these animated videos being made in like Bangladesh and shit of basically like teaching kids how to kill themselves, teaching kids how to masturbate, and they were like animated videos with Frozen and Spider-Man and shit, and they were just getting unnoticed, and they were just on YouTube Kids.
Jesus,
and like it's crazy, and I've even heard it still happens on YouTube Shorts on YouTube Kids. So like, I'm gonna do my best to protect my kids from all this stuff, but at the end of the day, like I was talking to one of my friends, like, well, she said, like, well, you gotta make sure, she doesn't see they don't see any porn, they don't have phones, and I told her, like, well, when did you see your first porn? Me personally, I was like 6.
Mm-hmm.
She was maybe 9 or 10 or something, which is a lot better, but I really regret, like, when I was 6, I was like searching for these things. I really regret doing that.
Yeah.
But you can't take it back.
Unrestricted access to the internet is horrible.
Yeah.
And I think our generation, which did have unrestricted access to the internet, and we grew up with the internet like alongside it.
Yeah.
We know at least that is not healthy. Like there needs to be either guidelines or just you don't have access to it until you're at a certain age.
Like this is something I didn't even consider, but I bet everybody knows this. But on Facebook, there's a lot of dad groups and stuff, and for moms, there's mom groups. And I joined one of like the big ones in Iceland. It's called Papa Tips.
Yeah.
So, like, I had to watch myself. I didn't want to post on there publicly because some people were in there that didn't know I was going to have babies.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's cool. And I saw a post in there that I was like, shit, I got to read this. So he was basically asking, what do you guys think of phone time? Like, do you lock the kids' phones after this hour, blah, blah, blah. And this was something that a guy mentioned that I didn't even consider. So, like, he was like, all right, so my son is about 12. He has a smartphone. And if we'd let him have his smartphone at night, he is so irritable and like doesn't go to sleep. Obviously, because remember you would be on your phone maybe till 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And also, I'm gonna mention this, like if when I was probably 13, 14, I would definitely be probably watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Googling the shit I'm not supposed to be Googling.
Yeah, and I think like that is bigger than just having the internet. If you have the ability to watch porn whenever you want at night and you're only 12, 13, 10, whatever you are, that's like that can mess up everything in your life.
Absolutely. And I mean the brain always wants to do what's easiest to receive either dopamine or serotonin, and watching porn and masturbating is like the easiest way.
It's like the biggest dopamine boost you can get.
Mm-hmm. But it's brain rotting. Like we talk about brain rot on YouTube as like the fucking skibbity memes and all that shit, but actually watching porn is what rots your brain. That's
the real shit, man. Like the real scum of this earth is, people that keep that going. Like, I mean, I remember when my oldest brother had a porn like
magazines.
Yeah, magazine collection, and I mean that was obviously like. I remember when I found it, and then like the parents found out, and everybody was crazy. But then years later, I find the porn on the internet. No one cares. Like,
no one
cares. Not even mentioned.
Yep,
it's wild. But we're gonna get into our favorite segment.
Hey, is it Bear Man questions?
It's the Bear Man questions.
Yeah.
So these are questions from Mr. Bear Man, who is our old boxing coach. We're gonna play the sound theme now.
Hey, let's go. We actually have a theme song. Let's go.
Bing, bing. I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline. You ain't nobody.
Let's go. That's fucking fire.
So the first question here, if you had to choose which gender, there are hundreds, right, should remain in the workforce and which gender should stay at home, which would you choose? Again, with Bear Rat doesn't pull any punches. He's always...
He's like Mike Tyson, bro. He doesn't give a fuck.
He wants to trigger you know what I'm
saying? Men work, women at home with kids.
All right, so I mean, dude, this is something that I'm very happy about. I'm gonna obviously gonna be working, of course. Never gonna stop working. And now that I have kids, never gonna stop working. My wife will probably be home with the kids of the first year at least, which I'm very happy about. And that's a decision she just told me. And I remember for many years now, I've been saying this out loud that like my dream would be that I'm able to let my wife be at home with the kids if she wants. I'm not gonna be forcing her to be at home. And we all kind of want that life in the 50s that the wife could be at home, we could be working, and everything's good.
Yeah, like the nuclear family, but we just don't live in that time anymore. We live in a double income life.
Yeah,
that is just.
And everybody I talk to, like guys that I talk to at work that have kids, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I would want that too. Some of them have that, but it's just extremely difficult because our quality of life has been moved to a way that we have to have dual incomes. We have to do this, and so I'm hoping that at least she can stay home the first year, maybe even longer if we can't do that.
Let's hope.
But and I hated when I was younger when my mom and dad were never really home, both of them. That sucks. So that's why I want to obviously make my business bigger, that I'm able to only work at home with my business. That's not my current position. It'll probably not be for many years, but we all want to have dreams and aspirations, you know?
Hell yeah.
What about you, Hjalti? What do you think?
No, I said it earlier, but
I mean, yeah,
women
what
at
about the other
home,
genders? We
men
gotta
at
talk
work.
about the other genders here.
The retards, they can go to their own home. They have their own house somewhere. I don't know fuck about that.
Yeah.
Other genders, nah, I don't believe in that shit. I really don't.
No, I
Even if you're like, well, I'm trans, well, you're still choosing one or the other. Like,
yeah.
I don't care. No, there's only two genders, and that's how I look at it. If you want to be something else, good on you.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
We hope everybody's happy, you know.
as long as people are happy, then that's that. But there's always a feminine and a masculine.
Yeah.
If there are two masculine or two feminine and they have kids, like there's always gonna be weird clashes.
Yeah.
So one usually needs to like take the role of the masculine, and one needs to take the role of the feminine. And I think kids being around the feminine way more is better.
Yeah.
And I think that men play the masculine part a lot better than females do, and females play the feminine part way better than men do.
I mean, this is a statistic you can look up. It's a very funny statistic. What are the households with the most likely abuse going on? It's two females. You can look this up. You know, I'm sure it's not the rule. I'm sure there are. I mean, I have in my family, I think, two couples that are, or two families that are that situation. Two women, and they seem to be happy. You know, I wish them well and hope everything's good at home. But it's you're off to a better start if you're a man and a woman having a good family.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what we all want, man.
Yeah. Do you want to? Can I tell you another funny statistic?
Yeah.
All crime done in space is by a feminine.
What?
There's been only basically one space related crime. There was a I think female on one of these space stations. She was actively committing fraud against her previous female partner.
Fraud? Which she was stealing money or something?
She was doing something like that, yeah, or like it was identity theft or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but so yeah, all crime that has been committed in space has been done by a female.
Okay, so yeah, the allegation in August 2019 is reported that NASA astronaut Anne McClain was under investigation for allegedly accessing the bank account of her estranged spouse, lesbian Summer Warden, while McClain was aboard the International Space Station (ISS).
All crime committed in space have been done by females. You gotta be careful with that.
Like Google is saying, like, there's not a lot of actual exclusive space crimes, but there is this one case that was highly publicized, which means, like, yeah, it's
100% of crime in space done by females, guys. At this point of time, okay?
Well, while often cited in social media jokes as 100% of space crime, this case was actually the first allegation of crime in space, and ultimately involved a false accusation rather than an actual committed crime in orbit. I don't know.
Fuck out of here. NASA just protecting their own.
Well, okay, this is really funny. Like, it's a headline from pinknews.com. Sorry, folks, lesbians haven't committed 100% of all space crimes. Maybe they have. I don't know. But also, is space fake? Let's move on to the next question.
Next question.
So, Bearman here says, how many generations would you have to stay in China to be considered Chinese? That's a very interesting.
Interesting question.
So what he's talking about here is this is a big discussion in Iceland right now.
To be considered Chinese, like I think it depends on where do you come from. Like if you're born by two, let's say, Russian parents, but your Russian parents live in China and they have you, I would say that you're still Russian, you're just living in China.
Yeah.
I think maybe if then that Russian child has a kid with another Chinese person, then maybe third generation down would then be counted as Chinese, but you're Russian Chinese, but you're living in China. So still, I would say then a Chinese citizen.
So either like third or even fourth generation, you might be considered actual Chinese.
Yeah, because it's not like you move to a country and then you just automatically become that. You still are carrying your culture.
Yeah.
But it's if you assimilate and then have grandkids or have a kid with someone from that culture, then I think then it starts counting as that.
Like what he's getting, this is a big concern nowadays in Iceland is, when can we start calling these people that have moved here and assimilated? When can we start calling them Icelandic? And to me, it's a little stupid because we've already like figured this out. We've had Polish people move here. We had Filipinos, Thailand people for years, and if they have kids, they're Icelandic kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. When I was younger, like talking to my Tommy, our Polish friend, he says this like he's still. Well, actually, he didn't get an Icelandic social security until like 2 years ago, which is really funny. But he was always saying like he still didn't feel Icelandic, even though he moved here when he was like 5 or 6.
So he did his whole school thing here.
Yeah, pretty much. I think maybe 7 or something. So. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 90% of his school shit here, and he always said like he still didn't feel Icelandic. But now he's like, I'm just an Icelandic guy, and I'm saying,
yeah.
And if I'm not sure that's the guy that's gonna have kids. Tommy isn't big on kids, but if like my Polish friends when they have kids, they're just Icelandic people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it also kind of depends on how your house. Like how the culture is within your house. Like he said, he didn't feel Icelandic during those years because yes, his house was still Polish and they did Polish things.
They and this is he said it. This is also kind of a problem with Polish people. Even when they move anywhere, they'll never stop talking Polish or speaking Polish, which is totally cool. I mean, I bet if I moved to Portugal or something with my family, I would still try to speak Icelandic at home. But what that creates is like. A lot of the Polish kids say like I don't feel very Icelandic because my parents they don't even try to speak Icelandic.
Mm-hmm.
But other Polish people do the opposite. They try to teach their kids only Icelandic and maybe a little bit of Polish so you can at least know like your other family members, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the Somalis. I'm not sure if they're doing that. I don't know.
No.
But I've met a lot. What I would say is Americans are probably the number one, like they want to do this. I've met so many Americans that live here now and they have kids and they're trying their fucking hardest to learn Icelandic and teaching their kids Icelandic.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
That is beautiful, yeah. But those Americans, do they have Icelandic spouses?
All of the ones I'm thinking about, yes.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a lot easier.
When you have like an Icelandic spouse and then the Icelandic culture kind of gets pushed more into it. And then I think you can be counted more as an Icelandic.
I think what's probably the toughest if you move as a couple from another country here and try to assimilate that must be the toughest. Because if you have an Icelandic spouse, they obviously just bring it in. They'll teach you Icelandic. They'll teach the kids. They'll introduce the culture. So it must be very difficult for two, let's say, Chinese people to move to Iceland and become Icelandic.
Yeah, unless like we said, like third generation down, the second generation maybe had an Icelandic spouse, maybe had a Chinese one, but like at that point, you're starting to like grow up in Iceland and you're starting to learn it just over time and slowly. So like I would say, you become Chinese around the third or fourth generation.
So next question here. Is there a reason to betray your friend? It's kind of deep. Jesus.
Is a reason betray? No.
Yeah, would you ever betray your friend? Is there any like actual...
No.
I would say maybe, what if he betrayed you first?
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
I guess,
Doesn't matter. God teaches you that that stuff doesn't matter. If you do something back just because they did it first, you're just as bad as them.
That's true, man.
So
Yeah.
I would say no. And I mean, if you truly, there's nothing wrong with cutting people out of your life in the sense that you just back off, but you have to forgive. If you don't forgive, they still hold a certain type of power over you, and they're still having an effect on your, aura, quote unquote, or emotions. And so you just have to forgive and then just get out. Nothing says that you have to keep those people around you after they betray you. Just cut them out. But no, I wouldn't betray them back in a way. No.
This is from Proverbs 19:5. A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who breathes out lies will not escape. Maybe not exactly what we're talking about, but I think if you do betray someone, you live with that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Can't
and you just gotta trust that God will put his vengeance on them. You don't have to do anything. Just the only thing you can do is just forgive and move on and cut them out. It's fine to cut people out. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
I think we have one last question here. Actually two. What is this one conspiracy theory that you don't share with people because you think you're getting too weird? This is actually a great one.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know. Like that the government really does not give a fuck about you. I feel like people always think that the government wouldn't try to kill their own people to benefit their own. And I've tried to mention this a couple of times, and everyone is like, no, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no, but they have actively done that. They've actively done false shit to create a narrative for certain things. Yeah. They do that all the damn time. And
I think people will always be like, but okay, this is Iceland. Our politicians are just people. They're just us. But I would say if you are at that top level, it might not be all of them. It's definitely not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a certain percentage of people of the psychopaths that are in power. And why do they? What benefit do they get from trying to create a better life for the people in their country? And people will always say like, well, that can't be true because if they have happier people, they have more taxes or whatever. I have an incredibly hard time believing that. Maybe that sucks for me, but that's just how life has played out for us and what we've witnessed.
Yeah.
What crazy conspiracy do I have? Maybe we talk a lot about maybe Tartarian stuff. To me, it's so long ago that it's not even it's not very interesting. But one theory that I do like, and I don't fully believe it, but the one that space is fake. I love that theory.
Space is fake and we're in a simulation.
Yeah, so David Icke, I've read a lot of his books about we live in a simulation. It's a little difficult to believe all that. He has a very nuanced approach to that, which can make a lot of sense if you want to. But the whole space is fake thing, it's a lot easier to digest. Let me just break it down very simply.
Excuse you.
So, let's say space is fake, and what they mean by that is the moon landing was recorded. Everything we witnessed from the moon landing was recorded. I think that's the most reasonable thing people can't believe because you can watch a lot of documentaries that'll just make you not believe it happened. The whole thing that NASA went 200,000 miles from the Earth to the moon. 70 years ago? No, not exactly. About 50 years ago or something like that. But they haven't gone past 200 miles since. That's a little weird.
It is weird. I agree.
A little weird. They apparently can't get past the Van Allen belts again, but they could in the 70s. It's a little weird. But then, we got the ISS.
First space launch was the Soviet Union. Oh, no, they didn't get there, though.
No.
First moon landing.
That was, I believe, the Buzz Aldrin and everything. Check it out.
1969.
Yeah. What date was it?
July 16th?
Yeah, July. It's crazy, man. So from 1969 to 75 or something, they went up to space a bunch of times. It's very interesting. There's a documentary I watched, which was their theory was they used these space launches to divert attention from the Vietnam War. Every time there was a space launch, there was a big operation going on in the Vietnam War. that's an interesting one.
I believe that. They do that all the time. They
Sure.
create weird news to make people stop thinking about something else. Like even now, like the Epstein case is going crazy. Like there's actually like people showing up to court, everything's going on. Nothing about it in the news because they're just talking about Minneapolis.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, look at all these Somalis with the daycares, but let's not even worry about all the banks that funded Epstein and stuff like that.
Yeah. And like the court cases are horrible. I was watching the like one of the lawyers. She was on video. She was like, "Why is nobody talking about this?" I had to sit in there. I watched some horrible shit. I heard some horrible statements, and it's fucking. I'm appalled, and I'm like, this is making me crazy that nobody's talking about it because everybody's thinking about what's going on in Minneapolis. What's this thing? What's this thing? It's fucking disgusting.
It's hard to believe that people can't see that.
Yeah, right.
Like, even if, let's say, both of them are real things that like we need to focus on.
Yeah.
Why does it happen so many times throughout history that just attention is diverted from big things? And just look over here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look at this thing. Look at this shiny little object. Go over there. Go over there. You don't need to think about all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
But
to finish the space shit. So like, if this theory is real, their belief is basically this: that the Earth is like. So in the Bible, they say you look up and the waters of heaven. You know that. Basically, they believe that it's not space up there. It's some sort of water layer or something. And all the planets, the firmament, basically. And this is a very interesting thing. If you look at the planets with telescopes, they don't look like balls. Like, it's very hard to get a powerful enough telescope to look at a planet and see a full ball. They look like wavy things. Like, they sort of look like, well, these people would make you want you to believe that they're basically portals. That's an interesting thing. What about the ISS? They have the space station up there. What the hell? To me, that might just be on Earth. That might be in water. That might be all recorded fake.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a bunch of videos where it looks like they're obviously on like harnesses and stuff. Like one guy dropped a ball, and this other guy was trying to reach for it, and it was obvious that his cord didn't allow him to, so he just comes back up, kind of like, "Oopsie, ha ha ha."
And you could always say like, okay, well, what if they're doing both? What if space is real and they have the ISS, but they're recording these fake things to help with the belief?
Why do we need that?
Why do we need that shit? And so like, the whole space is fake thing. It's just I would just look into it. It's funny. I don't think it's very real. I think but the whole thing boils down to this. I don't really enjoy the thing of we are on a ball moving 1 billion miles an hour just into nothingness and we're just nothing and nothing matters. I don't like that shit. Maybe that's like, oh, you don't like it because it's scary. I don't really subscribe to that either. Why do I have to be scared of what's out there when we'll never really go out there?
I'm not becoming an astronaut. I don't really care. The only thing I focus on is my day-to-day here on Earth.
That's really like the whole, whether you believe in Jesus, whatever, it all boils down to like, if you can just worry about your problems here in the now, try to not think too much about the future or your past, your life is going to be good.
Yeah.
So
to end on though, 2 conspiracy theories for people look into Pizzagate and Project Monarch.
Yeah, and that's not even conspiracy theory.
Those are real shit. Yeah, those are just real.
Like, at least
look into that, guys. Look,
MK Monarch and MK Ultra are operations done by the CIA. You could just look into it. They're and like Kurt Metzger is saying a lot. These are just, you can look up the papers from the government. Like, you can read the things.
You can full on read it. Yeah.
So, with the last question here from Bearman, it has a celebrity in it. This might be crazy. Okay, forget to bring up something racist. Wait, so I told him you always have these like little racist questions. So this is what he wrote here. Oh, sorry, I forgot to bring up something racist. Here we go. If Jesus came back as black or Filipino, Danny DeVito, would you be like, yeah, I'm a pass dog?
No. I don't care what image or what image God decides to go into. Whatever it is. I don't care. I mean, there's been a lot of fake cults, like specifically two South Korean ones, where they're saying that this Korean guy is the new reborn Jesus. I don't remember exactly what the name of it is, but they have bases in a couple of places in America and other stuff. And also there's a female version of that, which is like the same thing basically. Or they're saying they're the reborn Jesus. But like if Jesus was reborn as a South Korean man, if he actually was Jesus, he was walking around doing actual miracles, making blind people see
Yeah.
and doing all this, I wouldn't really give a shit. I would not give a shit.
Guess not. Like that's always been a joke by a lot of comedians. Like if Jesus came back, you wouldn't even notice because you're watching the reality shows. You're not even paying attention.
Maybe, but if a guy comes on earth and he's actually performing real miracles in the same way that Jesus did, I would absolutely be all for it.
Dude, it's called the Shinjeononj Church of Jesus.
Yeah.
The leader is Lee Man-hee, founded in 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes!
Like there's a bunch of people that would come up and like saying that they're the reborn of Jesus.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that, but I don't see none of them making people that have been blind since birth making actually them see again.
I mean, that's wild. That is crazy, dude.
And if they do, then absolutely I'll believe in it.
Dude, this has been a fun episode. We are not going to get into the viewer questions. This episode is done. We're going to get into the Patreon. So if you want to catch the next half of this episode, please go to patreon.com, Fix Your Problems Podcast. Without further ado,
Goodbye, guys.